All right, it's Mr. Barr, and we're going to factor out a monomial today. Factoring out a monomial. Let's go look at our learning goals, stuff like that. Boom. Factoring out a monomial. Physics equations help us to understand the world around us. These equations help us predict how objects will move, fall, interact, etc. These equations can be complicated, but by factoring out a monomial, we can simplify the equations and make them easier to work with. A t can be factored out of the equation below, thus making it easier to work with. This is a simple example. So right here, do you see how there's a t here and there? Well, that t can actually be factored out. And that's what we're going to do. So let's start with just an example of distribution. You do not have to put this into your notes. I will tell you when to write with your notes, but just a quick example of distribution. So right? So this would be 12x plus 15. But the question is, how do I do this in reverse? How do I take this guy right here, this, boy, that was a mess, this, that. How do I take that and turn it back into the thing in front of it? And that's what we're going to learn how to do. How do we undistribute? So I'm going to show you how to undistribute that problem. Here we go, in our notes. Start with your name. And our title is Factoring Out a Monomial. And we are going to factor 12x plus 15. It's going to start with prime factoring. We are going to lay out all the parts and pieces that make this thing up. So what's a 12? Well, a 12 is a 2 times a 6. But what's a 6? A 2 times a 3. 2 times 2 is 4, times 3 is 12x. I'm laying out all the pieces. Now I'm also going to lay out the 15. 3 times 5. So I lay out the pieces. I'm laying out all the factors. Now I'm going to bring out any common factors. Do you see how there's a 2 here? Is there a 2 over here? No. See that 3? Is there a 3 here? Yes. That is common to both monomials. It's common here and there. So this guy is going to come out in front. And it's going to be 3. 2 times 2 is 4x. It's fully factored. Let's check it. 3 times 4 is 12x. 3 times 5 is 15. So what I did, I undistributed it. Right? If this guy jumps in, he can jump out. He jumps in, he jumps out. He jumps in, he jumps out. Let's do another example. So I lay out my factors. Let's go back to our notes first. Lay out my factors and then pull out the pairs. So lay out the factors and pull out the pairs. So let's do this one, also in our notes. So I have 18x plus 27. I have to lay out all the factors. So 18 is 2 times 9, but 9 is 3 times 3x. 27 is 3 times 9, but 9 is 3 times 3. So what is common between these things? Well, I have a 2 here, but I don't have a 2 there. So 2's aren't common. I have a 3 here and a 3 there, so I can pull a 3 out. I have a 3 here and a 3 here, so I can pull another 3 out. Now I'm going to clean it up. What am I left with? I have 3 times 3, which is 9. 2x plus 3. So 18x plus 27 is the same thing as 9 times 2x plus 3. Let's see, does it work? 9 times 2, 18x. 9 times 3, 27. So I lay out all those factors, and then I pull out the pairs. Now I'm going to show you one with a triplet now, I think. Or are we going to do some practice first? Slow down. Use your paper. Use your whiteboard. Slow it down. Okay. I want you to do the... I'm not done with my notes yet, but I want you to do this one just practicing, okay? You can pause it. I'm going to try to do it using my writing tablet. All right. There I am. Okay, there it is. Everything's laid out. And now I'm going to start finding pairs and pulling them out. So right here, you see the 3's. I have a pair of 3's that can come out front. And you see that X and that X? That's a pair of X's. They can come out front. So all of this stuff is gone. It's been pulled out front. That's gone. That's gone, that's gone. So what's left inside? Well, outside I have 3x, and inside I have 2x plus 5. All right, this one we're going to do in our notes. So I have I have 4x squared plus 16x plus 20. So I'm going to lay out all the parts and pieces for this. I'm actually going to go use a little bit thinner marker. So this 4 is 2 times x, laying out all the pieces. 16 is 2 times 8, which is 2 times 4, which is 2 times 2. There's my 16. 20 is 2 times 10, which is 2 times 5. They're all my pieces. I laid out all the pieces for this. Now I'm going to go find triplets this time, not pairs, triplets. So I have a 2 here, and a 2 there, and a 2. Yes, see that 2 there, and that 2, and that 2, they're going to come in front. Do I have another? I have another set of 2s. See that 2? And that's 2, and that 2? They're going to come out front. Let's see, I've got an X, but I don't have an X there, so the X's are stuck inside. I have a 5 there, but not here and not here, so the 5 is stuck inside. So what I'm left with is 4x squared plus 4x plus 5. Did it work? Well, let's check it with some distribution. 4 times x squared is 4x squared. That worked. 4 times 4x is 16x. That worked. 4 times 5 is 20. That worked also. All right, that's it for the notes. Let's do one more just practice example. I'll do this one with my drawing tablet. All right, 14. What makes a 14? A 14 is a 2 times a 7 times an x times an x plus a 7x. Okay, I know I have this example. So see that? I have a pair of 7s right here. They can come out front. And I have a pair of x's right there. They can come out front. So all that stuff's gone. It's out front now. Now you're probably noticing, hey, look over here. What's left over there on the right? I have 7x, 2x plus what? Is it a 0? It's actually a 1. So when everything goes out, you have to leave a 1 there to hold the place. Now, does it work? Yes. 7x times 2x gives me my 14x squared. And 7x times 1 gives me my 7x. So if everything goes outside, you need to leave a 1 there as a placeholder. All right, that's it for my video. Thank you for watching.